Yes, ma'am. Good morning, everybody. Today's session is about yoga for today's health and lifestyle. Yoga is the journey of the self, through the self, to the self. Yoga is a type of exercise in which we move our body into various positions in order to become more fit and flexible, to improve our breathing, and to relax our mind. Yogic practices help us to strengthen ourselves and develop positive health, enabling us to withstand stress better. The most frequently used word nowadays: stress. So yoga can be a better solution. Yoga helps us to rectify the lifestyle disorder, that is a sedentary lifestyle and lack of physical activity. Yoga is a better solution which gives us the potential in prevention, management, and rehabilitation of prevalent lifestyle disorder. So before starting the session, I would like to introduce today's guest, Dr. Yuva Dayalan. My hearty welcome to the guest on behalf of the Phalanx Foundation School. Dr. Yuva Dayalan, a Guinness World Record holder, former international badminton player, and internationally acclaimed yogacharya. He trains yoga teachers and celebrities across the world. His academic achievements are MSc Computer Science, MSc Yoga, MBA, PG Diploma in Fitness Management and Sports and Exercise Nutrition. And also he has done PhD in badminton and yoga. He is the founder and organizer of Yoga World Festival, Indochina International Yoga Festival, International Yoga Championship, functional training workshops, and also had won many titles in yoga. So before I hand over the session to Dr. Yuva Dayalan, I would like to introduce our students: Shreya from 11th grade and Sumana from 7th grade. They are also in our panel. Now I hand over to Sumana. She'll be giving a short introduction of the session.
A very pleasant morning to honorable guests and friends. Inhale the future, exhale the past. Yoga makes a healthy body, mind, and a soul. It not only keeps us fit and active, but also improves concentration, promotes mindfulness, boosts confidence, and also teaches self-control and discipline. Today we have Dr. Yuva Dayalan, an internationally acclaimed yogacharya, to tell us more on the importance of yoga. I would like to welcome Dr. Yuva Dayalan. Welcome, sir. And now, along with us, here is Shreya of 11th grade in the panel to give a small intro on our honorable chief guest, Dr. Yuva Dayalan.
With immense pleasure, on behalf of Fairlander Foundation School, I cordially and respectfully welcome our speaker, Yogacharya Dr. Yuva Dayalan. Welcome, sir. I hope you remember me, sir. I met you in the yoga championship which you organized in Chennai in 2013, sir. After attending your competition, I gained lot of courage and encouragement to participate in various international and national level competitions which was held in Malaysia and Thailand, sir. I'm so excited on seeing your dedication in the enhancement and growth of yoga. My heartfelt thank you, sir. Dear students and parents, I hope you will enjoy this spectacular session and get benefited.
ஆடுகளா இருக்குனாமா வந்துட்டு ஹலோ 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 Okay, I think there is some um, problem in the broadcasting. Normally, it just like happens on the internet. Maybe like it just like goes on. Okay, now just getting on with the session. Like we need to be understanding like how yoga, like fitness, is going to be helping you out to overcome this
So, hi, our chief guest, our honorable chief guest, Dr. Yuva Dayalan, will be joining shortly. Until that, we will be discussing about yoga. Yoga means it is a physical exercise, meditation, etc. So, the term yoga means it is a Sanskrit word, and the meaning for that is to join, to yoke. Uh, you have seen many people practicing yoga in the morning. So this why? Because if you practice yoga in morning, if you start your day with a yoga, it would be very refreshing and your day would be very good. And it, as I have said before, it promotes mindfulness, boosts confidence, etc. So now here is Shreya of 11th grade. She would also be discussing about yoga.
Hi everyone. So Yuva sir will be joining the session shortly. So in that time, in meanwhile, I'll talk about my experience in yoga. I have been practicing yoga from the age of 3. So I have bagged a lot of accolades in yoga. So it helps me to keep my mind and body fresh. So when you do yoga in the morning, the whole day becomes so fresh for you, and you will concentrate more in your studies. And I have been attending competitions from the age of 3, and I have attended 3 international level competitions held in Malaysia and Thailand. So last time I attended competition which was held in Malaysia. So it was a big track event. So the contestants who participated with me was a Guinness World Recorder, and I bagged fourth place in that. So in that competition, I came to know that there was a lot of competition, and I practiced a lot, so I got fourth place. But I'm sure that in the next international competition, I will win the first place. And by practicing yoga, you feel so fresh and healthy. And I request you all to practice yoga in the morning. And this is the situation of corona lockdown. So the most basic problem among people is that they are in home. They can't go to gym because the gyms are closed. So they put on weight. So the best way and free of cost to reduce your weight is by practicing yoga. And when you are a beginner, the first thing you want to do is just practice Surya Namaskar. It's very useful. It helps in reducing your weight. Your skin glows, and you can practice small yoga. And another best thing is meditation. It is very useful. So once you sit to study or for your exam, the first thing you need to do is to meditate. When you sit and meditate, you get your mind feels so fresh. So meditation helps you to concentrate a lot in yoga. Now I hand over the session to Mr. Yuva Dayalan, sir.
Thank you, Saranya. I think there are some technical difficulties in like joining you all. Anyway, hope now we are just. I think we got connected and like everyone can hear me. So, as I was just like discussing the postures and the things like what is there in like yoga and like everything. There's like 84 lakhs postures. So we are not going to take all those 84 lakhs postures today. What we are going to be doing today is going to be like what is going to be useful for you, especially for like this situation, like what we can be just like doing it off, how we can be just like moving with the situation in a healthy and a better lifestyle. That is what we are going to be seeing it off. Okay. In that, like first I'll just tell you like how yoga is going to work inside the body. Okay, everyone like our Prime Minister like Modi has just like taken in like yoga in a very big level to the world. Like now we have the International Yoga Day and like everything where yoga is recognized across the globe. The reason for accepting it is because like it can be done in any age and everyone can be doing it all. The main reason for that is like when you're going to be doing a yoga posture or like anything in like yoga, you're going to be doing it up. One thing is like you will not be increasing your heart rate. First, you need to be understanding when you're going to be doing yoga, you should not be increasing your heart rate. This is very, very, very important when you're going to be doing a yoga. There's eightfold parts in like yoga, which we just like call it as Ashtanga yoga. Like eightfold parts. Quickly, I'll just like explain you that one. Like yamam, niyamam, asanam, pranayamam, pratiharam, dharanam, samadhi. These are the eightfold parts in like yoga. Like the yamam and like niyamam is going to be very simple, like which it is already there in our Indian blood, and like which we do it every day in our everyday life. So yamam and niyam is going to be something like very simple. Try to clean yourself every day. Try to take bath. Try to look clean. Try to talk good things. Don't say lies. All these things. Try to sit straight. When you're going to be talking to elders, just like try to look inside the eyes and just like talk. These all things is like already in our day-to-day life, which like our teachers and the parents, we already just put to it. Next is going to be asana. Okay, this asana is going to be like the postures, like what we are going to be doing it off. When you're going to be taking up in this postures, okay, this postures, okay, can be divided inside like three different varieties, like what we call it as like meditative postures, relaxative postures, and cultural postures. I've told you like there's 84 lakhs asanas in yoga. In this 84 lakhs asanas, the easier one we will just like see it off first. The first easier one is going to be only two postures, which is going to be Shavasana or Shantiasana or Makasana or Makrasana. That is like lying down, your palms is going to be just like facing up and you're going to be just like sleeping. Okay, this is going to be like Shavasana or like Shantiasana. Next one is going to be Makasana or Makrasana, is going to be lying on your abdomen. These two are relaxative postures. We have like some postures where like our spine is going to be just like looking straight. Okay, and it will be just like facing the, your head will be just like facing the sky. Okay, those type of postures, especially you can just be imagining top. We call it as like Siddhasan, Sugasan, Padmasan, Vajrasan, Kumbhagasan, different postures like this, which we just call it as meditative postures. All the other postures, all the other postures are known as cultural poses. The cultural poses are nothing but it is named after a living thing or like non-living thing. Okay, like example, like you just say Mayurasan, Simhasan. Simha means lion, Mayura means peacock. Okay, Vriksha, Vrikshikasan, Vrikshikasan, tree. Okay, these are the type of postures, like what we will be just like known as, all these postures are known as like cultural postures. Mostly we will be trying to just like do all these three postures together. Okay, and when we are going to be doing these postures, the first thing is like we should not be just like increasing your heart rate. Okay, when we are going to be doing this postures, what is going to be happening in these postures? Okay. The ultimate aim of doing these postures is to just stretch your body completely from top to bottom. Okay, what happens when I'm going to be stretching my body? What is going to be just like what it is going to be doing me? Like I try to just like do exercise also. Then like what yoga is going to be just giving me a little bit more on it. Okay, if you're going to be asking me that, okay, here where it's just like the yoga place. Okay, we talk a lot of immunity. Like now doctors like in the TVs and like everything, they just like tell a lot about like immunity. You need to be developing your immunity system. Okay, then only you can be just like able to be fighting COVID-19. For immunity system, you should be like they like okay, try to wash your hands, try to be just like keeping clean, try to be just like getting all the things like in order. A lot of things is just like getting on the TVs and like medias and like everything. But how to just like get it internally? That is where like yoga plays. There is like two simple things what I'm going to be teaching you today, like how it is going to be. One is like going to be the oxygen supply. Okay, when you're going to be stretching your body from top to bottom, what happens is like your body gets enough amount of oxygen. Okay, so I'm just like sitting down, I'm standing and walking. During that time, will I not be getting oxygen? That might be your like, question. But okay, when you're going to be doing yoga, what happens is like you'll be just stretching the untouched questions. Okay, the untouched muscles in your body and also in your ligaments is going to be like stretched completely. When this is going to be stretched, when you're going to be breathing in, okay, the lungs will be just like getting enough amount of oxygen. When the lungs is going to be getting enough amount of oxygen, the blood is going to be getting oxygenated, and this oxygenated blood is going to be carried on throughout your body. Okay, when the oxygenated blood is going to be just like carried out throughout your body, automatically your cells in your body is going to be just like getting enough oxygenated blood. When the oxygenated blood is going to be just like going through your whole body, the RBC, you would have just like studied in your school, like the red blood cells counts increases in your blood. So this, okay, will be just like getting ready to just like fight the foreign bodies. Okay, so to do all those things, you need a lot of oxygen inside. Let it be red blood cells or let it be white blood cells, going to be an antibodies in your body. For to do all those things, it can be just like happening only in presence of oxygen, and abundance of oxygen need to be just like there. So you should be understanding your brain need a lot of oxygen. Okay, first your brain gulps, like it takes major part of the oxygen what you're just like breathing it out, because the major food for the brain is only oxygen and high level of proteins. I think like last week, my friend and my colleague Mr. Shiny Chandran should have just like spoke to you about like nutrition, so I'm not going to touch that part. She will have just like explain to you on that. So the brain needs a lot of oxygen and like protein. This is the food for the brain. And when you're just like taking in taking that oxygen for the lungs. From the lungs, the oxygen also need to be just like getting inside your digestive system, because the food what you're going to be eating inside, that also need to be getting digested immediately. Okay, you'll be just like having food poisoning. So the oxygen is like need to be there also. On top of it, like you need oxygen for the blood also. So how to get this supply is only through yoga. So that is what we just like call it as the third part is going to be yoga. Okay, when you're going to be stretching, you make your muscles free, or it just like has that space to just like breathe in like more oxygen inside it and to just like move around with it. So that is the reason we do yoga postures. Next is going to be pranayama. As I was telling you, pranayama is to just expand your lungs, to just like get enough amount of oxygen to the lungs, so that like it's going to be just spread out throughout your body. We'll try to learn like simple pranayamas also today. And next is going to be the pratihara, dharanam, dhyanam, samadhi. See, pratihara is going to be it's a little bit on a higher level, which you no need to just like practice it now. It will be coming automatically. Pratihara is like letting go. For example, we are talking now, and like we are going to be doing yoga in like next maybe like 10 minutes time. When that is going to be happening, if someone is going to be just like cooking very tasty food next door, and your nose is going to be just like going there, I can just like get a very good I can just like get a very good smell of a sambar rice, a curd rice, whatever it just like happens. When it's going to be just like going raw, what happens? That is not going to be fulfilling the needs. For example, you're just like going to be studying, your teacher is going to be teaching in the board something, and someone is just like going to be walking in a corridor, and you're going to be turning and just like backing. If you're going to be turning and just like looking at them, that is not, you're not going to be focusing on the lesson what it is going to be teaching. So pratiharam is going to be letting go. First, letting go, all your five senses need to be letting go. So you need to be just like standing still. So that is pratiharam. Dharana. Dharana is going to be next is focusing. Just focusing at one point is known as dharana. Okay, that is like whatever you just like do, you need to be just like getting focused. It can be work, it can be worship, it can be your playing, or like anything what you just like say it out. So that is going to be like you need to be just like focused on that, like in one point. That is known as dharana. Then dhyana, that is what we just like call it as meditation. So you need to be understanding dhyana is kept in the sense like if you're going to be doing like without practicing all this six, and if you're going to be closing your eyes and sitting down, and if you're going to be telling that I'm going to be meditating, definitely nothing will be happening. Only pain will be just like here and there in the body, and you'll be just like focusing on that pain only. So dhyana is always on the seventh stage, like where you need to be taking it step by step. Then samadhi. Samadhi is going to be what those who are just gone to samadhi, they are not going to be just like coming back and telling that like I went to samadhi, I enjoyed this. This is not going to be happening. That's a feeling, and you need to be understanding it. Like the parents and students, you need to be understanding all that in this 28th century. Whatever guru, so-called guru, what we just like say it out, let it be like Dr. Yuva Dayalan, let it be like Baba Ramdev, let it be like Chidananda Saraswati, let it be like XYZ guru, like whatever, BK Sayengar, like Patabi Joyce, whatever guru we are going to be just like naming it out. All that we can be just teaching it only the first four, that is Yamam, Niyamam, Asanam, Pranayama. Only this four, all the gurus can be teaching. The rest four, what we are talking about, Pratiharam, Dharanam, Dhyanam, Samadhi. This is going to be the byproduct of the first four. Okay. See why I'm just like explaining this is you need to be just knowing like what is this. It is not only the asana, there is the other part which just like goes on. So as I told you, like we can be just practicing only asana and pranayama. This asana and pranayama, okay, practicing every day at least 10 minutes, like just minutes in like Tirumandram, we have a song which is known as Budamennam Koil Ulle Varum Veerannam Devam Tella Telindar Sivan Sivalingam. Okay. The meaning of the song is like, okay, the body is a temple, okay, and the soul which is there inside the body, that is the God. So the God will be there inside the temple. The temple is going to be stronger. Okay. If the temple is going to be good, you when do you go to temple, or like what type of temple you'll be just like going? Let it be like temple, churches, or mosque. You can just like see it off. They'll be keeping the place clean. They'll be keeping the place neat, and like it is painted, and it's going to be looking good always normally. So in this, it need to be having like these type of things for you to just like enter inside the temple. If it is going to be dirty, if it is going to be like untidy, will you be just going inside a temple to pray God? Same like that. The body is a temple, and the soul which is there inside, that is known as a God. So if you want the soul to be residing inside your body, then the temple need to be clean. That is, the body need to be clean. That cleanliness can be just like done only through the yoga. That is internal cleansing. And also, I'll just like tell you one more thing. Like when it is going to be just like happening on the internal cleansing, like how it is just like what happens inside. I'll just like tell you. There is something like what we just like call it as like glands. According to the allopathy medicine, we call it as glands. And like according to the psychophysiology or to the yogic aspect, we call it as chakras. So I'll quickly tell you like how it is going to be just like relating it two together. Okay, when you're taking on the base of the spine, we just like call it as the basic chakra. I'm going to be telling you the English names, not the Sanskrit name, to just get you confused. So that English name is going to be just like getting more easier. It's known as Mooladhara. It's known as a basic chakra. In this, the glands, specifically the glands which is like attached to it, is going to be the adrenal glands. Okay, adrenal glands are the glands which just like goes adrenal inside the blood. Okay, what does this adrenal do? Okay. This activates the fight or flight principle. Okay, what is fight or flight? Okay, if you're going to be seeing a snake inside your room, okay, you can be just like either running or you can be just like fighting it. So that is fight or flight. Next, when you're going to be just like getting it off, next chakra is going to be the sixth chakra. The sixth chakra is going to be something like which is activated to the bone glands. Okay, which just like takes care of the activities of the sexual attire and like everything. Now the next is going to be like the pancreas, which is going to be, we call it as plexus. So here is the insulin, the secretion of insulin which just like happens from this pancreas. So if the pancreas are not going to be functioning properly, okay, then so to activate this and like everything, we got a lot of postures in yoga. Next, just like comes the heart chakra. Okay, the heart chakra is going to be just like kept like closer to the heart. Okay, like passion and love, which just like comes from the heart chakra. And going to be the throat chakra that is attached to the thyroid and parathyroid glands. The heart chakra is just attached to the thymus gland. The thymus gland takes care of the heartbeats and like the heart functions. So here is going to be like the thyroid and parathyroid glands. Like that is going to be with the throat chakra. If the throat chakra is going to be just like activated, then your voice, like whatever you want to just like explain, whatever you want to just like talk, that will be just like done. Then in the center of the throat, we call it as like the Arjuna chakra. The Arjuna chakra is going to be something like which we call it as third eye. So when you're going to be doing a lot of yoga practice and like the knowledge and like everything, during that time you can be just like activating the Arjuna chakra. The last one is going to be, and the pituitary gland is being just activated with this together. It's attached together. And the last one is going to be with the pineal gland that we call it as like crown chakra. Crown chakra connects yourself to the universe. So these are the 7 chakras and 7 important glands which activates your body. So now you can be understanding like how yoga, when you're going to be doing yoga, how it is going to be keeping you healthy and fit. Okay. In exercise, okay, quickly we'll just like see it off. What is happening with exercise? Why not? I can just like follow only exercise. Okay. In exercise, what we just like do is okay, I'm going to be just like having a big muscle. Okay, say that like okay, I'm going to be having a muscle. Okay, a big muscle. Okay, always when I'm going to be doing an exercise, I'll be contracting. I'll be trying to just like build up the external muscle mass. Okay, but like when I'm going to be doing yoga, what happens is like there is something which is known as internal muscle mass, which we just call it as a lean body mass. Okay, when the muscles is going to be just like stretched to the maximum, it's like lengthens. When it's going to be when it is lengthened, automatically, as I told you, the oxygen supply in the muscle. It is not only your lungs will be just like holding the oxygen, your muscles also holds the oxygen. Especially when you're going to be doing some type of sports and like everything, the sportsmen will be understanding it all. You get fatigue. When you get fatigue only, you'll be like or you'll be losing your conversation. When you're able to be having a lot of energy and when you're able to just like breathe good, normally you're going to be just like fit and healthy. So you'll be just like playing harder and you can be just like running or you can be just like extending your game for a longer duration of time. So this all just like comes only from the oxygen supply. And this can be easily achieved by yoga. So like you need to be understanding the fitness. When you're going to be talking about the fitness and like yoga, you need at the same time there should be also yoga practice. Both should be just like taking it off simultaneously. For the external aspect, we can be just like having the exercises, like whatever rigid exercises, what you're going to be just like taking, let it be like just like running for like kilometers, it can be a marathon and like everything, or it can be just like going to a gym, just pumping it up a lot and everything. So this is all going to be for the external body. And like when you're going to be just like getting on with the internal aspect, only yoga can be just like working it out. And if you're going to be asking me like, okay, I can be following this or that, no, you should be following both. Okay. So you need to be just like scheduling it out. For example, weekly 3 days, you're going to be just like going on with the yoga practice. The next 3 days, try to just like get out. Try to just like go for a jog. Okay, try to just like go for push-ups. Try to go for pull-ups. Try to use your own body weight. Try to do some lunges. Try to have that cardio workouts. So this two together will be helping you to stay fit and like healthy, and especially to just like fight this COVID situations and like everything. So now we will just like get inside like few postures which will be just like helping you to schedule a program for you to get out of the situation, or to just like fight the situation, or to build up your immune system. So this is what we are going to be just like learning for next 10 minutes. So as your correspondent told that like we all are like ready with the mat. Now I'm going to be introducing Master Tarunan, who's my son and like everything. So he's going to be demonstrating you the postures. Okay. So I hope everyone is like ready with the mat. So we will just like get you in like a minute. Just give me 30 seconds so that like we are going to get ready.
Students, everyone be ready with your mats. And now sir will be showing some postures for you which will be helpful for you. So follow his instructions and do the postures.
Okay. So I need to just like come down. So he is Master Dharman Yuva, like a basic uh, a basic thing like what you can be just like doing it on day to day, like taking up 10 minutes time for you to keep yourself fit. So a simple warm up, okay, from toe to head. So now he'll be just like demonstrating you how to just like do that. Go ahead. So I think everyone can be on the mat. So like it's going to be like clockwise. Put your hands on your hips. Clockwise 5 times, anti-clockwise 5 times. Change the legs. And next is just like getting on with your knees back and front, and a small rotation, clockwise 3 times, anti-clockwise 3 times, and getting on with your hips, legs a little bit apart, Clockwise 3 times. Anti-clockwise 3 times. Now legs getting a little apart. Now try to go by your lateral side and touch your elbows to your knees. Come back, change the sides. Come back. Okay, now next one, just like going for your spine. Now interlock your hands back, your heels together, Now rotate your shoulders, roll to go down. And come up, arch. Again, getting down, come up, and arch. Again, getting down, come up to arch. Okay, the next one will be going for your shoulders. Now hands up. Try to catch your elbows, your right elbows, and stretch your hands. You should be just like holding your elbows, not going to be your armpits. Come back, slowly change. Come back, slowly. Now going for your wrist and your shoulders. Now crisscross your hands, interlock. Now roll it out and in, out and in, out and in. Now going above the head, out and in, out and in. Okay, this is for your wrist, elbows, and now just getting for your neck. You should not be raising your shoulders. The shoulders need to be relaxed. Just get it down. Change. Now again, interlock both the hands on it and down. Okay, these are the basic warm-ups. Okay, we call it as loosening up exercises in yoga. As I told you, like warm-up is always like done. Warm-up is always done in the exercises, but in like yoga, it's going to be always loosening up exercises, because as I told you, when you're going to be doing a warm-up, we'll be increasing your heart rate, but when you're going to be doing the loosening up exercises, we cannot be increasing your heart rate. So like when you're going to be doing yoga, before yoga, this loosening up exercises need to be done. So this loosening up exercises, especially for parents, those who are not able to just like get inside like challenging postures, they can be getting inside this loosening up exercises every day. It will take hardly like 3 to 4 minutes. Now on standing, you will just like get inside a Surya Namaskaram. That is what we call it as like sun salutation. There is like a 12 postures, which will be just like in that 6 postures will be repeating it again. So like the 12 hours for the sun, like which we just like have it as the time frame. So now just like getting on with the sun salutation. So go to the edge of the mat. Okay, your palms together. Now hands up, arch back. Now breathe out, bend in the front. Now take your right leg back. Now take your left leg back. Now from there, bend your knees. Drop your shoulders where your hands are. Push and up. Open shoulders. Again, pyramid or the downward facing dog. Now take your right leg in between your hands, opening shoulders. Now take your left leg in between your hands. Come up slowly, palms together, arch back, and come back slowly. So this is half a round. Now we'll just like go for the full round. That is like when you're going to be just like, see, first you will be just like taking your right back and like you'll be bringing your right in the front. Now this time you'll be taking your left back and you'll be bringing the left in the front. Now again, palms together, hands up, arch back. Now breathe out, bend in the front. Now take your left legs back, pointed toes. When you're doing this, you should be making sure that like your calf muscles and your hamstrings are together, palms is face down, and you're going to be just like arching as much as possible so that like your spine is getting stretched fully. Now from there, take your right leg back. Now the spine need to be as straight as possible and you need to be stretching your legs so that the hamstrings, your knees and like everything is straight. From there, bend your knees, drop your shoulders where your hands are. See, in this, like you should be, this we call it as Ashtanga Namaskar. You can be just like seeing it off your palm, your shoulders, your knees. Okay, it's going to be placed on the ground. From there, put your CG down, push it up, Bhujanga Asana. Again, pyramid. Now take your left leg in between your hands, open shoulders. Now take your right leg in between your hands, come up slowly, hands up, arch back, and come back slowly. So this is, once you are going to be comfortable, parents and like students, once you are going to be comfortable with the loosening up exercises, then you can add up sun salutation. At least how many rounds you need to be doing a sun salutation? If you're going to be asking me, 4 to 5 rounds every day should be good enough. As I was telling you, throughout your spine, here lies the chakras and like all the glands what we are talking about, that will be just like in the front line. So according to the allopathic aspect, it's going to be all the glands, and like according to the yogic aspect, it's going to be all the chakras. So in sun salutation, it will be just like activating the chakras and the glands together. Okay. Now in standing, I'm going to be giving you only two postures in like each position. Okay, in standing, what you can be just like doing it off. Only 2 postures. Like one posture is going to be like for balancing and like stretching. What we call it as Natarajasana. Now from here, stretch your right hand in the front. Now bend your left leg. Try to hold your ankles and stretch it out. Okay, this is known as Natarajasana. When you are doing this posture, you should not be throwing your body in the front. The body need to be completely aligned and the palms need to be like straight to your shoulder level. In this you can just like see it off. The spine is fully stretched here. Again, we are activating your chakras and the glands over here. Now change the legs. Try to hold each posture at least for 10 seconds. Look straight. Okay. Now from here, come back slowly. So this one posture is going to be for stretching, and the second posture is going to be the warrior, or it's going to be Virabhadrasana. Legs is going to be a little bit apart. Legs is a little bit apart. Now open your right leg. Open your right leg. Open your right leg. Your right leg. Pointed toes and go lower. So this we call it as like Virabhadrasana. So in this, like you can just like see it off your hamstrings, your adductors and abductors, the inside of your thighs, and like everything is completely stretched. This leg should be just like the right leg should be getting in 90 degrees, so that you'll be just strengthening your legs together, because the legs need to be having enough strength to just like carry your body weight. Come back slowly, change the sides. From there, stretch and go down. Okay, this is Virabhadrasana. Okay, the warrior posture, what we just call it as the warrior is always stronger. So this posture, when you're going to be just doing it up, automatically you'll be just like getting stronger. So this two postures is like enough in standing. Now the next one we just like go for sitting. Okay, sitting I'm going to be giving you three postures. Now sitting is like sit down. Okay. What we call it as like, we call it as a butterfly or the Baddha Konasana. Both the toes together like a butterfly. Pull it closer. Try to hold your toes and flap it up and down like a butterfly. Flap it up and down like a butterfly. Okay, once you are getting comfortable here, slowly try to hold your toes and try to take your elbows and look in the front. Okay, when you are going to be in this posture, you can just like see that you'll be just stretching your hamstrings, that is the back of your thighs fully, and also it will be stretching your quadriceps and like your calf muscles, it's like fully stretched. Now from here, once you're getting comfortable, try to go down fully and stretch your hands in the front. Stretch your hands in the front. Try to put your chin down. Try to put your chin down. Come back. Slowly. Okay, we go for the next posture. In this, what we call it as like the Paschimottanasana. That is to activate your abdomen organs, especially your intestines and your digestive system. Both the legs together. Now breathe in, extend, stretch it out. Now breathe out, go down. Slowly try to catch your big toes. So the first timers, they can be just like holding it here. If you're going to be getting comfortable, then you can go lower by trying to reach your elbows down and your head is going to be getting down. Okay. So this is going to be Paschimottanasana. Okay. So now come back slowly. Now one more posture, getting on with the sitting. That is a twisting posture. Normally when we are going to be twisting, we'll be activating your liver and the spleen. So we go for Ardha Machendrasana in this. Now bend your legs. Okay. Now cross your, bend your left leg, take it inside and cross your right leg, place it here. So you can just like see it off. This is going to be like a half squish. Now from here, your left hand, cross your legs, your right leg, and your right hand is going to be back straight. So you can just like see it off. When you're going to be just like twisting from left to right, automatically you'll be activating your liver in this position. Okay, and also your lungs is fully opened in this. Now from here, come back, change. Now from right to left, you'll be activating your spleen in this. Try to hold your hands to your knees and try to twist to the maximum and look back. Come back. Slowly. By lying down, we will get inside two more postures. Okay. By lying down, a little bit more this time. Okay. One is going to be what we call it as like Sarva Anga Asana. Sarva Anga Asana means like Sarva means it's going to be whole body. We'll be just like getting it off to activate your whole body, especially your thyroid and parathyroid glands. Now lift both the legs. Roll back. Try to hold your hips. So this is known as Sarva Anga Asana. You need to be making sure that like okay, you need to be making sure that like the spine is straight, chin is straight. Try to push and get it straight. You can just like see that automatically the chin get locked to the chest. So this we call it as like Sarvangasana. Come back. Slowly bend your knees down. And like one more posture in this, we can be just like going what we call it as chakrasana. Bend both the legs. Bend both the legs. Palms getting to your shoulders. Now push and raise your hips up first. Once you are comfortable here, press and come up. So this we call it as chakrasana. You can get it more closer. Enough. So this we call it as chakrasana. This completely stretches your spine fully, and also you can just like see it off. Your abdomen is like fully stretched out in this. Come back slowly. So this two postures you can just like take it up in like supine line. Okay. Then in prone line, we are going to be just like getting inside like two postures in prone line. Lie on your abdomen. It's a simpler one, which is going to be like a Superman. Stretch both the hands in the front, both the heels together. Now lift your upper body and lower body as high as possible, up and high, like a Superman. Hands need to be going as high as possible. So this, you can be just like seeing it off. You can be, your back is getting strengthened fully. Come back slowly. We go for the next one, okay, which is going to be Dhanurasana. Okay, the bow posture. Bend both the legs. Try to catch your ankles. Lift your upper body and lower body as high as possible. Up and higher. Go up. Come back slowly. Okay, now turn to your right, sit down. Okay. So I told you there is like two relaxatory postures. So we are going to be catching the two relaxatory postures. So one is going to be like Shavasana or Shantyasana. Now lie down. Palms facing up. Legs is relaxed. And closing your eyes. This is what we call it as like Shavasana or Shantyasana. Okay. Now the next one, what we just like I told you there's only two relaxatory posture. Next one is Makkasana or Magrasana. Lie on your abdomen. Lie on your abdomen. Put your right hand down, left hand on it, and like turn your head, and one leg can be bent. So this is known as Makkasana or Magrasana. There is only two relaxatory postures. If you want to relax, you can be relaxing in like this two postures. I'll get inside like a couple of breathings and one Jala Neti technique to just like finish the class. Now sit down. In Vajrasana, we call it as Vajrasana. Sit down in Vajrasana. Vajrasana. Okay, this posture helps to stretch your thighs completely, and also you can just like see that the arch of your sole, like especially we call it as plantar fascias, like completely stretched out in this. So basically, this is good for doing a meditation or the breathing technique. We go for Nadi Shuddhi pranayama. The left hand is going to be index finger to the thumb. Right hand is going to be index finger and middle is bent. So we breathe in through your left and breathe out through your right. Again, breathing in through your right, breathing out through your left. This is known as Nadi Shuddhi pranayama. Again, breathing in through your left, breathing out through your right, breathing in through your right, and breathing out through your left. You can practice this at least 4 to 5 rounds. And after this, we can get inside one more pranayama, which is going to be kapalapati. That is only spontaneous breathing out. When you're going to be breathing out, your abdomen need to be going in. Start. Close your eyes. Breathe out. Only breathing out. Only breathe out. So each time when you're breathing out, your abdomen need to be going in. So this we call it as kapalapati. Okay. Thank you. Like this, 20 is going to be one round. Like that, you can do 3 rounds. Okay. The last pranayama, what we call it as like Shitgari pranayama to cool down your body. Now breathe in through your teeth and breathe out through your nose. Like breathe in through your teeth and breathing out is going to be through your nose. Breathing in through your teeth and breathing out through your nose. Breathing in through your teeth and breathing out through your nose. So this is Shitari pranayamam to cool down your body. So this 3 types of pranayamam is like more than enough when you're going to be starting your practice together. The last part to just like how to stop or prevent the foreign bodies entering inside your body, especially like now, like doctors, all the MBBS doctors and like everyone, they have just like told that like for COVID, mostly like through breathing, when you're going to be breathing, it is going to be entering through your nostrils. Only a lot of things. That's the reason we are wearing a mask and like everything. Now, how to get rid of it? That is going to be with the Jala Neti. What we can be just like doing it off. Okay. So this is. So this is a neti pot.
Next.
What we just like where we pour the water inside it. So Master Dharma will be just like doing it for you. Okay. So starting from your right to left. Folding your hands back. Okay. Opening your mouth, breathing out your mouth. So you can see that automatically it just like goes to the other nostril. So this is a way of cleansing your nostril. Open. Okay, now changing the nostril. From left to right. Okay. So after doing this, there might be like excess of. You can have a tissue, try to wipe it out. Okay. Now to get out excess of water, if some water has been just standing inside, normally to bring it outside, you can sit down in Vajrasan, facing the camera. You can do Kapalapati. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, and then we can be just like getting on with the Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. In this also you can be just like taking up excess of water or like something is just like there. Or we can just like go inside the Marjariasana, bend your knees. It's a cat stretch. Hands can be here. Okay, sit down. So these simple practice can be helping you to get to just like follow a healthy and a simple lifestyle without getting disease, especially on the COVID aspect. We can be preventing on this. Okay, thank you, Master Karuna. Thank you. Jyoti.
Thanks.
Okay. Update you. Daruni. So, Master Darun is here. Okay. He is studying second standard. So, according to like our Indian standard, it's going to be like the third standard, like what we just like said off. Thanks for it. Okay. So, any questions? Any questions? So, hope everyone can be following the asanas and the postures. If you want any questions, I'll be more happy to just like answer you. Any questions or doubts? What is the importance of yoga? I have just like already told you the importance of yoga. I told you it directly activates the glands in your body. Okay, glands are the one which just like pours enzymes. Okay, it pours enzymes directly in your bloodstreams. So when you are doing an exercise, you should be only activating your external part of the body. That is what I told you. When you're going to be doing an when you're going to be doing yoga postures, you'll be lengthening your muscles, like where the storage of oxygen is going to be there inside. When there's going to be a storage of oxygen, automatically the immune system, the cells is going to be just like growing, or like the dead cells is going to be just like replenished with the new cells.
So one more question, sir. The most predominant question among people now is that I'm not flexible, will I be able to do it?
Yes, please. Ma, I'm not able to hear you, ma.
So the most
I'm not able to hear you.
The most predominant question among people now is that they are not flexible, will they be able to do it?
Saranya, I can't hear you. The Okay, I am not flexible. See here, like yoga, the flexibility range and like everything. As I told you, there is 84 lakhs postures. Okay, what we call it as 84 million postures are there in yoga. See, like every posture does not need a strong flexibility, or like you need to be just like going deeper. Whatever level you can be doing it off, whatever level you can be achieving it off, that is more than enough. For example, if you're going to be taking like Saranya goes for like international championships and like everything. They're like her body posture and like her, huh?
Shreya.
Hello? Shreya, sorry. Okay, Shreya. Now Shreya goes for like international competitions and like everything. There the judgment is just like going to be just like given according to her. Yeah, Shreya. Sorry. So like there, like the flexibility part, like how extreme you're going to be flexible. So depending upon that, the marks has been given and like you'll be just like winning the championship. Here you need to be understanding yoga is not only it is not meant for like only championship. Okay, it is for the health purpose. For the health purpose, whatever the range of flexibility or the whatever the range of movement you are going to be having it off, in that try to just like do it off. As I told you, the ultimate aim of yoga is to activate your glands. So like whatever flexibility is there, whatever postures you can be just like doing it off. I told you there are 7 glands. If you know how to touch all those 7 glands, or if you know how to activate all the 7 glands by few postures, that is more than enough for a healthy life. Okay. Not see like for example touching your head to the knees. Touching your head to the knees can be just like done, but it need to be just like taking some time. But like if you're not going to be doing at all, it's not going to happen at all.
Okay, sir. The next question, sir. What are the therapeutic uses of Surya Namaskar?
Yes, please. Okay, therapeutic use of Surya Namaskar. As I just like told you, like okay, Surya Namaskar has like 12 postures. So like the 6 postures will be just like repeating again the 6 postures. So what we just like call it as from the morning to the mid-afternoon, from mid-afternoon to the evening. Like we just split up 6 hours. So like that, the Surya Namaskaram has been framed. I told you like when you are going to be just like doing a Surya Namaskaram, on the yogic aspect, the chakras are aligned with your spine together. There are 7 important chakras. Okay, I'm going to be telling you the English names. That is going to be like the basic chakra, sex chakra, solar plexus, heart chakra, throat chakra, Arjuna chakra, the crown chakra. And there is 7 important glands, which we just like call it as adrenal glands, bone glands, pancreas, thymus, thyroid and parathyroid, pituitary and pineal. There are like 7 important glands. When you're going to be doing a Surya Namaskaram, it is going to be a circle. It just like comes in a circle. So what happens, you'll be just stretching your spine. Your spine gets activated. With that together, you'll be also just like opening up your cavity muscles. Your chest cavity muscles also just like get opened up. So in this, like you'll be activating your glands also, and you'll be energizing your chakras also. So both psychosomatic and on the physiological aspect, you'll be able to just like activate your body together. So the energy level will be also just like higher, and also internally your glands is also going to be getting activated. So on the physiological aspects, you're going to be getting enough enzymes to all parts of the body. So you're going to be just like fit and hale. So that is the reason like they say that like even if you're not going to be having time for anything, at least do a Surya Namaskar.
Okay, sir. While practicing yoga, do incorrect postures lead to any harm, sir?
Can you a little louder, please?
While practicing yoga, do incorrect postures lead to any harm?
Shreya, your question, please.
While practicing yoga, do incorrect
okay, the incorrect of posture. See, like there are like 2 things which you need to be understanding. Incorrect is different, perfection is different. Okay, as I told you, each posture. Okay, that only I'm just like I got the question over here. Okay, that is incorrect and perfection. There is like 2 things which you should not be just like getting confused in this. So like incorrect. Okay, incorrect. Yeah, I understand the question. My here is right. Okay, on the incorrect posture. For example, the incorrect posture is going to be something like this. We'll just like take it off. If I don't know how to do a Shirasasana headstand, and I am trying to just like do it in a different way. For example, when for all the yoga practitioners also, and like for all the advanced practitioners also, I'll just like tell you this technique. Okay, since like I do a lot of international yoga championships and I've seen a lot of students and like everything. When you get a balance in your body, okay, you get a balance in your body when you are able to be just like placing a triangle. For example, you're going to be doing a headstand. Okay, see this is, if you're just going to be seeing it off, this is going to be like a triangle. So my head is going to be placed like this. So my head should be center. My elbows is just like coming out, so triangle. When I'm going to be doing a handstand, my hands is going to be like this, and my head will be like this. So I form a triangle. So this is what, in this way only you can be just like getting a posture. If you are not able to be getting in a triangle, if for example you say that like, okay, I'm going to be just like doing in a straight line, I'm going to be doing headstand like this is an incorrect posture. Definitely you're going to fall down, you're not going to just like get a balance, and you'll be just like getting on with a fracture, or you'll be just like hospitalized. So like incorrect in the sense is like only like when you're not able to be just like following the right posture. But perfection is like something which is going to be like in the from this triangle. Okay, how perfect I am going to be just like aligning my shoulders, my elbows, my knees, and my ankles. How it is going to be getting in a straight line. So this is perfection. Incorrect is different, perfection is different. Okay, so try to understand what is incorrect and what is perfection. Okay, so like always, like the perfection can be just like done once you get a technique, but incorrect, if you're going to be doing an incorrect posture, definitely it is going to be just like harming, especially if it is not going to be harming internally more also, but externally there's going to be a lot of harm is going to be happening.
Okay, sir.
So
Any other
many
questions
people
now?
say that it is not good to do yoga after a good meal. Why is it so, sir?
You should not do yoga after a meal, am I right? That is your question.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Why is it so, sir?
okay, why it is so? Like okay, as I told you, okay, when you're going to be doing yoga, now you just saw all the postures and like everything. I told you when you're going to be doing yoga, like what happens? It's the oxygen what you just like take inside. So when that is going to be just like happening, when you're going to be having a meal, what happens? Your abdomen will be getting bloated. Okay, your lungs is like completely disconnected. See, for example, we have like 5 lobes of the lungs. So everyone knows it. You have 5 lobes of the lungs. So the 5 lobes of the lungs at the end, after the floating rib, it just like gets connected to your diaphragm. That is your abdomen. It just like connects over there. So when we are going to be breathing in, when I breathe in, and when I breathe out, it goes in, goes out, goes in. So I told you, like when you're going to be doing a posture or when you're going to be doing a pranayama, automatically with your lungs, your diaphragm also activates together. So if you're going to be having food in your abdomen and when you're going to be doing yoga, what happens? You'll be trying to just like vomit, you'll be puking out first. The second thing I told you, the oxygen what you're going to be just like taking inside, it will be also going to the digestive system to digest the food. If you're going to be having, for example, you're having a laddu, just say that like from a laddu, a small piece has just like gone down. It has just fallen on the floor. What will be happening? In like few minutes, you'll be just like seeing a lot of ants will be just like coming around and then just trying to eat that small piece of laddu. Same like that. When the food is going to be inside your body, all the other organs. For example, the bile from the liver that will be just like pouring some bile juice, and okay, the spleen will be trying to just like pour some enzymes, and like also like from the pancreas will be just like getting enzymes. All these things will be just like happening during that time when you're going to be doing yoga. What happens is all the other functions which is going to be just like happening that will be hindering this process. So you can be just like seeing the body cannot be doing everything at the same time. It will be just like becoming like a big mixture. So what happens when you're going to be doing yoga after a meal? The first thing what happens is like you'll be puking. If it's going to be a good meal, you'll be just like vomiting for sure. Okay, because that space you're just like breathing in, the body will be trying to create that space. For example, I'll tell you, you can be just like seeing now I'm breathing only with my lungs. What is happening with my diaphragm? If I'm going to be just doing a breathing technique, will my diaphragm will be just like getting activated? Yes, your diaphragm will be also getting it out. I'll show you. There is something in yoga which we call it as Uddiyana and Nauli. I'll just like show you now. Just like watch it how it's happening. So from here, just like watch my abdomen. So this is going to be my lungs. Okay. So from here, this is my diaphragm area. So if I'm going to be just like, okay, my foot is going to be just here. So I'm controlling my diaphragm with my breathing. So you can just like see it off when you are doing yoga. We do yoga for getting enough amount of oxygen. So automatically the oxygen also reaches your abdomen. So during that, if the food is going to be there in the abdomen, you can imagine what will be happening. Does it make sense?
Okay, sir. The next question is, we are using most of our energy for balancing yoga like chakrasana. Sir, does it leads to loss of energy or it makes us fresh, sir?
Okay, I told you in the beginning of the class itself. Okay, but it is not only chakrasana. For like any asana, you are not going to be losing energy. See, that is the reason I told you like exercise and yoga. If you are going to be just taking it off, when you are going to be doing exercise, okay, you will be increasing your heart rate. When there is going to be an increase in heart rate, then the burning up of calories will be just like happening. There, like you'll be trying to just like lose a lot of energy. What happens when you just like increase the heart rate? That's the reason I told you in the session also. When you are trying to just like play some sport, when do you get tired? When you're going to be running out of breath, you'll be getting tired. I told you when you're going to be doing yoga, your heart rate should not be increased. This is the foremost thing when you're going to be doing yoga. Whatever difficult posture you do, you can just like ask Shreya. Like when she's going to be doing it in an international yoga championships, when she's going to put her leg around the neck, she cannot be having like this. There should be always a smile which should be just like happening in the face. So that smile says that your heart rate is not increased, you are in your normal breath. You can smile or you can laugh only when you're going to be in a normal breath. If I'm going to be in pain, if I'm going to have some pain over here, I cannot be I cannot be doing that. Okay, there's a pain. Okay, so when you're going to be doing yoga, that's the reason like yoga cannot be just like got it immediately. Like it takes like more time and like everything to just like get inside your body. See, like with this, like I want to just like talk a little bit on the kalari also. There is something what we just like call it as kalari. In that, like there's a silambam, what we just like call it often like everything. When you just like get takes a longer time. See, for example, all our arts what we are learning, what is there in India, this is all needs a lot of time to get inside the body. It is not something like getting it off like a karate kung fu or like everything. In karate kung fu or like everything, you'll be having belt. I'm a white belt, I'm a yellow belt, I'm an orange belt, I'm a black belt. Yes, in 2 years you'll be going it off. For example, I am practicing kalari for almost like 22 years. Still, I just like tell myself as a practitioner. So you need to be understanding the art forms like what we learn. It need to be getting inside your body, and it need to be just like getting digested in your body, and it takes some time to just like get it flow in your body and like everything. So don't worry about that. That will be just like happening. You will never lose energy in yoga unless otherwise for a first timers and the fresher when they are going to be having the wrong breath, when their breath is going to be palpitating, yes, they might be feeling tired. Once their breath is going to be getting longer, yoga is always going to be just like gaining energy, not losing energy. That is the main difference between exercise and yoga.
Thank you, sir. We had a very valuable session amidst technical issues. So, and also thank for demonstrating few yogasanas. It will be, I think, it will be useful for our students. I thank Deepa ma'am. I thank the technical team and although also the students who joined the session, Shreya and Kumana. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Have a nice weekend. Hope you enjoyed the session. Thank you.